and welcome back to another video on the JJ Think Tank. So in this one I want to talk about the Joker, the comic character, the film character, the Joker, and why I think he is well, we could classify him as a philosopher in my opinion. He he has a lot of interesting lines, that's for sure, and he is deeper than at first glance, I think. I think recently in the films with Joaquin Phoenix, he was presented in a negative light. His true personality, perhaps, his true essence was distorted by these films. And I only saw one of them, I think the first one. I mean, the film was funny, but I wasn't really a massive fan. I mean, in this film, they presented the Joker as being a bit of a loser, who is totally dependent on his mother, and who only goes about shooting people, etc. But in other films, the Joker is presented in a different light, yes, and in the comics, yes. So sometimes he's depicted as being an eccentric, as being a bit of a trickster who likes to play games and question the ethics and the morality of the age, yes. He exposes the hypocrisy of civilization, of culture, of people, yes, in power, etc. And in the Batman, I mean, I guess he played mind games with Batman. He was a good challenger. He challenged Batman in the right way. And yes, in the film The Batman, yes, or The Dark Knight Rising, I think, Heath Ledger, yes, played the Joker, and Heath Ledger was a brilliant actor. I really liked Heath Ledger, especially in the film The Patriot as well. That was directed and produced by Mel Gibson, and yeah, it's a shame that Heath Ledger lost his life. He died when he was really young. It's like a tragic death, really, by accident, I think. I don't know if he had any mental health issues. I guess I can't remember exactly what happened, but I believe Heath Ledger had a heavy schedule and he took some painkillers or some sleeping pills, and he died, yes. It was a bit of a random death. A bit of a tragic death, quite random. So yes, that was a shame. But yes, here we have. I found this copyright-free painting on Pinterest, and it reflects kind of the deep nature of the Joker. I think the Joker is a deep thinker, yes, I think, and we can apply his philosophy to our life in a reasonable way, and it can help us definitely. Of course, we shouldn't become psychopathic killers. Obviously, this is wrong. I'm not advocating this, but I mean, I'm advocating his trickster side, perhaps his eccentric side, his philosophical side, how he thinks. This is what I'm promoting during this video, and this is why I began my article with this quote, probably my favorite quote actually. My favourite line that the Joker uttered, which goes as follows, yes, I'm not a monster, I'm just ahead of the curve. That's a good quote. That's a good line. I'm not a monster, I'm just ahead of the curve. And when I was in London, perhaps in Poland not so much, but in London I saw a lot of kind of symbols of the Joker, kind of replicas of the Joker scattered everywhere. So when I was walking down the street, for example, I remember seeing a small toy figurine of the Joker in a car. I saw this a few times. Replicas of him on a wall somewhere, online as well. I see a lot of Twitter accounts with their profile picture being the Joker, yes. So the Joker is becoming more and more of a popular character, yes. He's a popular hero, anti-hero. I don't think he's a villain. Again, I think he's an anti-hero. He's not a pure villain in my opinion, and I'll go into later why I think this is so. And it's an interesting cultural process that is occurring, yes, in our culture now. So now I'd like to go more in depth into my article and present the view that the Joker offers a lot of wisdom for the postmodern man as it pertains to navigating, yes, the labyrinth of this era, both from the societal perspective and when it comes to the interior of our psyche. And I think overall the Joker, he represents this anarchical and chaotic principle in life. Definitely, he's a chaotic character, a bit unpredictable, a bit of an anarchist in a good sense, I think, and I guess he also projects this onto society. So society is also quite chaotic, quite anarchical. Yes, it can be, and well, that's one view, but also another view would be this. Yes, the Joker, he views this rigidity, this strict order that is becoming definitely more prevalent now in our times as detrimental to the development of humanity. Perhaps he's correct. Yes, a lot of thinkers talk about how civilization comes with a lot of costs. So, for example, Sigmund Freud wrote the famous book Civilization and Its Discontents. Yes, civilization, it comes with a lot of wonderful things, but also with many costs. So, I guess we need to find a balance. Yes, and yes, the Joker. I don't want to repeat myself too much, but he this character, yes, the Joker, he challenges our assumptions, he challenges the moral and ethical order, he exposes our hypocrisies, and points to the fact that perhaps this postmodern civilization is detrimental to our development. So he analyzes society from yes, he analyzes society, and but then at the same time he goes into our interior psyche, yes. So let's share a few more of his aphorisms now, and all of these aphorisms are in the context of societal expectations. Yes, so these aphorisms, they definitely ring true to me, and I think overall I've applied them successfully in my life. I mean, I think these aphorisms were uttered by many other thinkers in the past. The only difference being here that the Joker perhaps puts his own twist to them. Yes, he expresses them in a new way. So one of them is, before you judge me, make sure you are perfect. That's a good one. The next one is, they laugh at me because I'm different. I laugh at them because they're all the same. That's a brilliant one. That's a brilliant aphorism. And then the last one. This one is a bit longer, but it rings true. So if you get fat, people think you eat too much. If you lose weight, people think you're sick. If you dress well, you show off. If you dress simple, you're poor. If you're serious, you're boring. And if you're funny, you're immature. If you speak your mind, you're rude. No matter what you do in your life, people will always criticize you. This is true. I mean, I've experienced this a lot in my life. I think, in general, personally, from my experience, when you start to just be yourself and you express your real self, many people they become insecure. Yes, I think there's some lower level envy, jealousy taking place. Perhaps they want to kind of subtly bring you down, manipulate you, and then this is why they criticize you. They project their own feelings, their own view of you, onto you. Yes, this is kind of narcissistic projection. Yes, covert narcissism, as I call it. And I've experienced this a lot in my life. I mean, perhaps I've done the same as well. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I've probably been like this as well. I've been manipulative. I've been hateful. Because I was also insecure in the past, yes? So it works both ways. Nobody's perfect, yes? Nobody's without sin, yes? But now I've just noticed that it's better just to be just to be yourself. Just take it on the chin. If people criticize you, whatever. I mean, you're always going to be criticized. Whatever you do, there's always going to be someone who hates you, who doesn't like you. It's better just to take it on the chin, move on, and then avoid confrontation altogether. I mean, life, unfortunately, our life here on Earth is not perfect. There's always conflict, and no matter what we do, we will be judged. People will think we've got negative aims in mind. We have they think that we're trying to. They think we have bad intentions. Oh, that's a good word. They think we have bad intentions. It is what it is, you know. So I'd rather try and fail than succumb to the slow poison of people pleasing. I mean, people pleasing is the worst. It kills you slowly. It's a slow poison because you don't say what you think. And when you don't say what you think, ultimately this destroys you. You need to be honest. You need to be honest with yourself and others, and just say what you think. And over time, as you do this, a corrective mechanism will arise, because some of the views that you share might be incorrect, and then a third person, you'll receive this third person perspective that will adjust you. That will adjust your thinking, and you will be on the right path. But then most of the time, when people criticize you, you will notice that actually no, you need to hold on to your positions because you know they are true. Yes, this is what I have noticed in my life. Yes, so yes, these aphorisms are brilliant. I think I'm sure there are many other aphorisms that the Joker famously uttered, but these are three of them that I really like. And yes, Heath Ledger was great at portraying the Joker in the film. Definitely, he really was able to embody this character, and I believe he went to great lengths in order to express the the personality of the Joker. Yes. So yes, I mean, to be a real actor, to be a brilliant actor, it requires a lot of dedication. It's not easy to become a great actor. It's not easy, definitely. I mean, having good looks perhaps goes a long way. It's good to have that specific image, perhaps, but it's not the only thing. You need to also be really in tune with your emotions. You need to really yes, you need to be able to really show these authentic emotions, and this is not easy. So yes. Anyway, moving on. Now, I'd like to go back to the first aphorism, yes, at the beginning of my article and at the start of this video. I'm not a monster, I'm just ahead of the curve. So there's a lot of I think there's a lot of meaning to this. There's many layers of meaning to this aphorism. I mean, this is my interpretation. These are my interpretations. So I think one, it definitely alludes to the idea that the Joker, he already knows what's coming. He already knows what could happen in the future if society does not adjust its structure and its operating principles. He can foresee negative outcomes well in advance. So this is one interpretation. But also another is this one, and it's about the Joker himself. The Joker knows his shadow very well. He knows his own dark side, and he channels it in the correct manner. He's able to channel this dark energy into a more purposeful into a more, yeah, into a more purposeful mode of action. Yes, that's how we could describe this process. Yes, an idea. Of course, here I'm not advocating his psychopathic side because in the recent Joker films, he just goes about shooting people. There's just this is why I didn't really like the film. Well, I only saw the first one. I didn't see the others. I think there's 2 or 3 in total. And yes, I didn't like these films because it was too cheap. Yes, I don't know. Just I just didn't like this interpretation of the Joker, basically. So here I'm talking more about maybe his trickster side, his eccentric aspect, his anarchical side, yes, his chaotic side. So yes, I mean, the idea of the shadow, etc. This is found in psychoanalysis, in psychology. Carl Jung talks about the shadow. That in order for a human to make progress, he or she, they have to be aware of their shadow, and they need to make sure that this shadow doesn't overwhelm them. Yes, they need to channel this physical and mental aggression towards purposeful objectives. And if you are able to successfully do this, progress is only a matter of when, not if. Yeah, you just have to be patient and keep on, working on this, the shadow work, as people like to call it. And you can find a lot of videos on YouTube about this, about integrating your shadow, and why this is an important process in personality development. So obviously, of course, Jordan Peterson is famous for sharing these views recently, but there are a lot of smaller YouTubers who also talk about the shadow work, and these videos can really help you, definitely. So now again, I'd like to criticize the Joker and his psychopathic side. This is, of course, a very bad side of him. I never will endorse such a mentality. I haven't endorsed such a mentality in this video. But yes, I don't want to repeat myself. His personality and his character have been distorted recently in the films, in the Joaquin Phoenix films. And I read a lot of interpretations online, on Wikipedia, etc. And the Joker has been personified in a variety of ways. So he was even personified as a harmless, goofy, eccentric trickster. So this was one interpretation of the Joker, kind of harmless, goofy, just eccentric. Then we have this presentation of him as being a challenger of Batman. The Joker as a character who plays mind games. So yes, it's interesting, I guess, to kind of analyze these differences. And now, to end, this is the last point I'd like to make is that in fact the Joker, he represents values such as courage, honesty, and disrespect for petty values such as self-preservation, the pursuit of money, and or power. Yes, the Joker doesn't really care about this. I mean, for this you have to respect him, right? I personally respect him for this. I like this side of him. He doesn't really care about his about preserving himself. He doesn't really care about obtaining power or having a lot of money. He just wants to upend the established corrupt order. I like this. I have to be honest. I really like this, and this is why I think he's a bit of a kind of schizo-revolutionary. This is how I view the Joker. He's a bit of a schizo, in a good sense, a schizo-revolutionary who critiques the ills of neoliberalism. So we are living under this neoliberal economy now, where the state and corporations are fusing in order to in order to basically control us, right? I mean, this is the new power structure that is emerging, and we don't want these corporations and big government to control our lives, because if they are allowed to gain more and more power, they will destroy the middle class. They will destroy family businesses, small businesses. We don't want this to happen. Yes, we don't want this. So yes. I mean, I thought about this when I was writing the article about the Joker being a bit of a schizo-revolutionary. But then I went online, and a few other people had the same interpretation. So that's interesting, definitely. The Joker as an irrational schizo-revolutionary. So yes, I'd like to end this video now with the final aphorism of the Joker, which goes as follows: You see, their morals, their code, it's a bad joke, dropped at the first sign of trouble. They're only as good as the world allows them to be. I'll show you. When the chips are down, these civilized people, they'll eat each other. I think it's true. I mean, a lot of these civilized people, if they were to encounter difficult times, who knows what would come out of these civilized people? Who knows, yes. Anyway, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it interesting. I hope it gave you a new perspective on the Joker, and I hope you agree that he has some positive traits to him. If you're a new if you're a new viewer, consider liking and subscribing. It will help me grow the channel. And boost the amount of information that I'm able to share, because I think all the information that I share on this channel will help a lot of people out there. And yes, if you're an existing subscriber, consider liking, comment if you agree or not. I'd like to know your thoughts, if you agree with me or where you disagree, etc. But yes, that's the end of the video. Once again, thank you for listening, and I wish you all the best. Take care.